All right, we're going to look at a couple other problems here. Two more problems on the supplement. So we got this word problem. All right. Now, if you look at it, if you're saying if you read something and it says he wants to buy a boat within $1,300 of this amount, all right. So he's got $4,500. He wants to buy a boat within $1,300 of this amount. That means it could be $1,300 more than $4,500, or it could be $1,300 less than $4,500. So that's an absolute value problem. All right, and if you remember about how we did absolute value problems, it's always x minus our benchmark, and our benchmark number is 4,500. And if it's within that, it means it needs to be less than or equal to. And then your tolerance, so whatever it is you're working with, so 1,300. So we're good. All you got to do then is just solve it. And most of you can actually do this in your head, but we'll do it the old-fashioned way. So we'll say we got our case 1 here, and then we have our negative case. Over here as well. So you'll get x less than or equal 5,800. This will give you negative x plus 4,500. 1,300. Subtract the 4,500, and that's going to give you a negative number over there, but don't freak out because we're going to take care of that in a second. All right, and that's going to give you 3,200, negative 3,200, but we have negative x. And so we're going to multiply this whole thing by negative 1, and when we do that, it'll make everything positive, and it turns that sign around. And so you now have your range. X is greater than or equal to 3,200, but it's less than or equal to 5,800. So the range of both prices would be from 3,200 to 5,800 would be your range. All right, this was your open sentence. You're good to go. All right, and then what inequality has a solution set shown in the graph? All right, so when you do these, the first thing to do is to not worry about the fact that it's an inequality and just try to write the equation of the line, the boundary line, right? So on these, they're usually pretty easy to read because all you got to do is find your slope and then find your y-intercept. So those look like two good points that I could find my slope. It goes over 2, goes up 4. It's going to be a positive slope because it goes up from left to right. So my slope is going to be 4 over 2, which is 2. And then my y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, right? And so my y-intercept, which is b, is negative 1. All right, so now put it in this y equals mx plus b form. So you're going to have y is equal to 2x minus 1. And then what we got to do is we want to figure out, okay, do we, is this less than or equal to? Is it greater than or equal to? Well, the line is solid. So it's either going to be this or this. And then the trick ninja way is to recognize if it's shading on the top of the line, which is basically what's happening. It's usually greater than or equal to. And if it's shading on the bottom of the line, it's less than or equal to. But let's do this. Let's take 0. All right, and let's say that, okay, we're gonna make this. Let's say we didn't know about that greater than or equal thing, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna say, oh well, let's assume it's this. Okay, so let's put the point 0, 0 in. All right, and the point 0, 0 is right there, and I know that's on the shaded side. So if I put this in this equation and this equation is correct, it will make it true. All right, so 0 is less than or equal to 2 times 0 minus 1, which means 0 is less than or equal to negative 1, which it isn't. 0 is greater than negative 1. So I know that the finished version of this has to be this. All right, you just turn the sign around. All right, so, and it's what we thought it was going to be. It was the greater than or equal to because it was shading on the top of it. So hope this helps you guys. Good luck with everything, and yeah.